All right, fans of music, welcome back. Harmless Dave here, the real music observer, just observing real music in real time for real people, just like you and just like me. Blabbermouth.net posted the latest single from Journey, which is a live version of Don't Stop Believin', that song that just keeps on giving and won't go away. Can I be honest, folks? I like to be honest on this platform, and of course it gets me in trouble. I even get trolled on Patreon these days. That's how bad things are, just because I'm honest and speak my mind. You don't have to agree. You don't have to watch. Actually, you can just leave me alone. It's a lot easier, isn't it? You would think. But it was interesting because, they post the song and I go watch it over on YouTube because every time I watch it on like the actual site, my computer freezes up because of all the ads that pop up. By the way, YouTube Red is a good thing to have. No commercials, and you can watch any video you'd like, and it's worth the $10 a month or whatever it is. So I go over and watch the video just to hear the quality of the sound and is it overdubbed? I don't know. It sounds kind of overdubbed. But it looks good. It sounds good. And lo and behold, a fight breaks out underneath the video about, Steve Perry, is he better? Arnel, is he better? A lot of people who like Arnel go and support Arnel. And I've been in the middle of this, and it's a no-win situation. If you say that Arnel has done a good job for the last 11 years, people still come at you and say, well, but Perry's still better. Yeah, but Perry admitted that he walked away. Well, no, Perry was kicked out of the band. No, they waited for him and they moved on. Now, I like Steve Perry. I think he is the quintessential rock voice, one of the best of all time. But you got to admit, Arnel's done a great job. And so, a sort of match of wits where one guy is very, very defensive of Arnel, goes up against another guy who just dismisses Arnel and says Perry is better. Here's what you probably shouldn't do, is just dismiss Arnel. Is he Steve Perry? Of course not. He's Arnel Pineda. He's got his own style. He sings differently than Perry. He's not actually trying to... I read these articles on these websites like Blabbermouth and Ultimate Classic Rock, and they say, and Arnel came along and imitated Steve Perry. No, not so much. Arnel had his own style. His voice is different than Perry. Actually, Steve Augeri, I think, was closer to Steve Perry as far as vocals, but those vocals didn't hold up very long. And Arnel's voice, it's been through the ringer. It's a tough touring schedule, but he sounds pretty good at this particular concert, and you can just leave it at that, I personally believe that quality-wise, Arnel is the best quality singer they've had because he's continued the legacy. He's allowed Steve Perry a little bit more glory, because keeping this music alive always keeps the possibility that Journey might get back together again someday with Perry. Arnel, by the way, humble enough to say, I'll just step aside if Steve Perry wanted to come back. Steve Perry doesn't want to come back. It's weird. You can't like them both, apparently. You can only like one or the other. I like them both. I think they're both great singers. A little bit different as far as technique and style. Arnel's got his own thing going on, and obviously Steve Perry is a one-of-a-kind. So I just don't understand why people have to fight. This is why I got off of social media, because it's toxic. It's bad for your soul. And by the way, if you let it creep in, it purposely is designed to get to you. Like, you can have a great day going on and then read a bunch of crap about yourself and think you're the worst person on planet Earth. And that's what it's designed to do. So, in any event, a lot of people keep coming over to Patreon and telling me, hey, we really miss you over on Twitter. And there are days where I'd like to go over on Twitter and post some songs and just chat and have a good time. It's not possible, though. I mean, I'm even getting crap on Patreon, so there you go. So, and anyway, any event, this particular song, Don't Stop Believing, I'm a little tired of it. Just am. I wish they'd, upload some deep tracks. I want to hear a different version of, I don't know, La Raza, something different. Just give it to me so I can hear something different, and a rock fan gets to kind of go deep into the catalog rather than the most obvious track in the world. All right, done. See you soon, peeps.